What does it really mean to be called a fool by God? Think about that for a moment. The man in Jesus' parable wasn't foolish because he worked hard or because he planned ahead. He was called a fool because he believed his possessions could buy him peace, security, and even time. He trusted in barns of grain rather than in the God who gave him life. When you read the parable closely, one detail stands out. The land produced abundantly. It wasn't just his effort, it was God's provision. Yet the man never thanked God, never shared with others, never considered eternity. Instead, his thoughts were all about himself, my bonds, my crops, my grain, my life. His world shrank down to me. That's what made him blind. And here's the uncomfortable truth. This story isn't just about him. It's about us. How often do we measure our worth by the size of our accounts, the cars we drive, the homes we own? How often do we believe that if we can just store enough, then we'll finally feel safe? That same illusion tempts us every single day. But Jesus interrupts that illusion. He tells us plainly, life does not consist in an abundance of possessions. That is a radical statement in a culture where success is measured by accumulation. What if real life, true, abundant life, is not about what we hold but about who holds us? What if the greatest tragedy is not losing possessions but losing sight of God? Friend, this parable forces us to ask questions we often avoid. Where do I place my trust? Am I building bigger bonds while neglecting my soul? If God called me tonight, would I be ready? Or would I discover that I invested everything in what cannot last? Jesus' warning is not to scare us, but to wake us up. He's pointing us away from the temporary and toward the eternal, away from bonds that rot and toward treasures that never fade, away from self-centered living and toward a life rich in God's presence, generosity, and eternal hope. If this challenges you, don't stop here. Subscribe to Holy Path Insights, like and share this short, and watch the full video for the deeper teaching on how to live rich toward God.